As firefighters rush to save property and lives, the chase begins for those trying to make a profit. They're called fire chasers.
Yo, guys, yo, come on.
This YouTube video shows two of them fighting at a fire scene in Philadelphia.
Good evening, I'm Jim Rosenfield.
And I'm Jacqueline London. When the fire is still smoldering and you're in a vulnerable state, you might meet these fire chasers. The NBC 10 investigators have been looking into these companies.
Investigative reporter Harry Hairston heads to fire scenes to see firsthand why some of their business tactics are raising concerns.
It was poof, it was everywhere.
Marilyn Crowder called 911 when her kitchen caught fire. The Philadelphia Fire Department showed up, and so did a group of people looking for work.
My son said there was at least like 5 or 6 cars out there, people just sitting and waiting.
Crowder tells us once the fire department left, 2 men walked into her house and gave her a sales pitch.
I didn't invite them in, but they came in, and they said I can help, and I needed help.
She said she was still dazed by the fire when she signed a contract. Now she is concerned they took advantage of her.
I was devastated. I was vulnerable.
The men who came to her house are called fire chasers, 2 types of companies looking to make a buck when tragedy strikes. The restoration companies board up the damaged homes and help rebuild. The insurance adjusters work with the insurance companies so you don't have to, with the promise of a bigger payout for you and a percentage for them. It's not illegal to run either business. In fact, they can help people, but not everyone appreciates some of their tactics.
Well, they get in the way.
Philadelphia Fire Union President Andrew Thomas says the fire chasers listen to scanners and often get to scenes before the fire department does.
They can prevent medic units from getting in, or they can prevent medic units from getting out.
Thomas thinks some fire chasers use aggressive tactics to get customers.
We've gotten to the point where we're loading them into the medic unit and people are stuffing, I'm going to say just pieces of paper or anything to sign. Just sign a letter to say, here, I have responsibility for your car, your vehicle, your house, while you go get taken care of at the hospital.
They can also be aggressive against each other. This YouTube video shows 2 restoration companies fighting at a fire scene.
It doesn't happen a whole lot.
Michael Leary is the owner of Protect Restorations and one of the men in the video. He says a personal issue spilled over to the job.
Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
He tells us on occasion things escalate.
There might be a pushing, an argument, things like that.
Physical?
Sometimes. Very, very rare.
O'Leary says sometimes, although not intentional, they can get in the way of firefighters.
Let's be real. It happens. Nobody's here to act like it's perfect.
O'Leary says he's never seen anyone approach a victim on the way to an ambulance, but tells us some companies are aggressive.
Is it pushy? Yes. It can be pushy.
Overall, O'Leary says there is a misconception of the business, and most restoration companies and adjusters are trying to help.
There's a service that needs to be provided. We're there to provide it. That's it.
We asked some other restoration companies and insurance adjusters to speak to us for this story. Those we reached out to either didn't return calls, hung up on us, or told us to call their lawyer. Some told us they feared speaking out because of the aggressive nature of the business. For the investigators, Harry Hairston, NBC 10 News.
And tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we'll look at new efforts to regulate the restoration companies. We'll also give you